Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up, it's your girl, Sasha Banks, the Legit Boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here, youtube.com/Steve and Larson. And available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it. Make sure you always get your Going In Raw notifications. Hit that notify bell, then go up and click on all. Anyways, so end of the year.
Oh, this is the beginning of the year. This is going up on the 1st January.
Oh, hey,
2020 is upon
Happy
us.
New Year, everybody.
And now we're going to look back at the year that was 2019 with 2020 hindsight and see how close we were to our predictions coming true that we gave last year and issuing new predictions.
This is
for
like
the year
my
to come.
favorite time of the year because I killed predictions last year. I did really good. I looked
Yeah.
at my old predictions.
Yeah.
The couple of them I on, but otherwise I did pretty good.
Yeah, all right. Well, should we just get to reviewing them immediately?
That's all I really want to do. And then, of course, we're going to make bold new predictions for 2020.
Yes.
Here was my first one. This one I whiffed on, Larson.
All right.
Global localization will continue in a fairly haphazard manner, with WWE announcing its next territory sometime in late 2019. Well, we've done past 2019. They have not announced anything. I think there were rumors of, weren't they looking at Mexico or Japan next?
Japan. That's my understanding. They were trying to purchase pro wrestling.
They were, that's right.
They inquired
so
about
that's
it?
kind of, I mean, I was kind of on task there. Hey, the first one, global localization will continue in a fairly haphazard manner.
That's true.
They tried to make some purchases there.
They did.
So that was my first one.
My first prediction for what was going to happen in 2019, that Mustafa Ali was going to be a champion. And had he not gotten concussed, he
probably would have been.
He probably would have been. Not that he would have beat Daniel Bryan for the WWE title.
He might have got like a U.S. title.
But that might have catapulted him to solidly in the mid-card title scene.
That killed him. That injury just completely
It really took
him.
all his momentum away.
It really did. And then,
man, he's great.
The problem is now there's like 5 more Mustafa Alis on the roster, so I'm not sure if that's ever going to sort itself out. I really hope so.
One
he's
can
terrific.
hope. Oh, he's fantastic. He's one of the
really
best.
Terrific. My next prediction was another whiffer. WWE strikes.
I thought you said he did good in these.
Well, the next ones are freaking spot on. I was like Nostradamus here with tea leaves, man. So this one, whiffer. WWE strikes another huge international deal, bringing home even more money, but this time it'll be with India, China, or someplace less controversial in Saudi Arabia. No.
Not really.
That didn't happen.
I kind of got this next one right. There will be at least one mid-card defection from WWE.
Higher than mid-card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dean Ambrose, of course.
Yeah.
Morphed into John Moxley.
Yeah.
And
of course, also
AEW.
Sean Spears. He went over to the AEW.
Everybody, it's funny.
Sin Cara went to AAA.
Everybody, Sin Cara. Everybody but mid-carders went to AEW.
Yeah, I know, pretty much.
It was like upper carder and lower card. My next one, knocked it out of the park.
What's funny is 2 years ago I looked, and that was one of my things was NXT going to 2 hours. I think he just ripped me off.
You were super Nostradamus.
Yeah, man.
I put NXT will move to 2 hours, and 205 Live folded into NXT. Of course, NXT definitively moved to 2 hours. I should have put on there that it was going to go live.
On USA Network, no. Why Stop was just going live.
And then, and of course, the Cruiserweight Championship is now referred to as the NXT Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah.
And 205 Live is on live support, basically. We never know what's going on with it.
In fact, that was almost going to be one of my predictions for this year, 205 Live canceled. It's not, though. However, my next one.
That's a no-brainer right
from
there.
2019, I said Raw will become undisputed. Undisputed Era getting called up going to Raw.
Ooh.
That didn't happen.
Big whiffer. Big whiffer.
Whiff. Well, we didn't know that the
It wasn't for AEW. That was a possibility. That was a possibility. Because Shayna was supposed to move to main roster for sure. Mm-hmm. And then AEW happened.
Yep.
Okay, so this one is probably the biggest whiffer of them all. With SmackDown's premiere on Fox being a huge deal, call-ups meant for Mania will instead be made for the October. I don't know why I was so specific with this. For the October debut of SmackDown on Fox, which will be a reboot of sorts for big stories, which is kind of true. They rebooted stuff with a roster. SummerSlam 2019 will be a huge blowout for big stories, leading to a new shakeup / draft before SmackDown. That actually happened. They did a new draft.
Yeah.
The back half of 2019 should be fun for WWE. Okay, I don't know why I said that because it's been boring. Well, Survivor Series was fun.
Cena wins number 17 at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
He leads the new SmackDown on Fox.
Yeah. Wrong. Wrong on that one.
I was kind of right with this one, but it took late in the year for it to happen. Bullet Club will be fine.
Oh, that's bollocks. That is they are not fine.
When
man.
Kenta joined,
Ugh.
they got really good.
No.
That one's good.
Bullet Club is totally not fine. They're nowhere even close to where they were.
I'm not saying they're. I didn't say they're going to be close to where they were. I said they're going to be fine.
It looks like the group is getting back there to the real roots and becoming dangerous again.
That's true. Kenta's
sense
dangerous.
Of danger plus Jay's immense charisma. Immense charisma can lead Bullet Club to a different level of success. Well, it is a different level.
Yeah, I
of
didn't say
success.
they're going to reach or top what they did previously.
Well, if you're
my benchmark was them was them
They
at
didn't
Taguchi
die.
Japan being on the same level.
They didn't
and
die.
that's not the case.
I know they had that lame barbecue like 2018. Wasn't that the block party?
It was this year.
Was that 2019?
2019,
Oh,
sorry.
it's terrible. They sold that terrible
Now
shirt.
Kenta's there. Danger's back to Bullet Club. Him, Jay
It's
White.
not though.
It is, man.
How many of those guys are in the main event or in any of the main events of?
Well, maybe not
Oh,
this year.
Jay White.
Jay White is. Yeah, he might win all the belts.
Oh my!
And just you wait till my predictions for champions of next year. Bullet Club's be doing some great stuff.
I don't think that's true, but hey, you never know. Next up, this one I think I got on the money. Given the success of AEW, there will be a few releases from WWE. We did see some releases from WWE. But WWE will have so much money they'll be able to dump cash into the pockets of wrestlers we don't even see on TV, and that's pretty much happened.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah.
Impact will face a talent exodus. That didn't happen at all.
I get to counter with my prediction. Impact somehow, some way finds a way to stay alive, although they'll be bleeding money and yet still be able to sign decent wrestlers.
Yeah, still.
And it's totally true.
Defies logic how that
It
happens.
is. It is. And then this is my biggest one, though. This is my biggest get here. Shit will get testy between AEW and Ring of Honor, which will have a hard time building buzz around their product.
Yeah.
Saw that one.
All right, if you were champions, who we thought were going to be champions.
Oh, I
head
did
into-
terrible.
Yeah, I did too.
I did awful.
I did all right for New Japan, but otherwise I did garbage.
Universal Champion.
I had Drew McIntyre.
Braun Strowman.
WWE champion.
John Cena.
Wow. He didn't even wrestle a match this year.
Oh.
I had Rey Mysterio.
Hey,
He's
that-
U.S. champion.
That's pretty. No, actually, well, the U.S. champion is the de facto.
top
That's,
belt on
yeah,
Raw.
that's a good one. That's impressive, actually.
Intercontinental title, I had Adam Cole.
I mean, he's the NXT champion. Anyways, I have Elias. Wow, Adam Cole's a lot closer to the IC belt than Elias
Yeah,
is, and they're on different brands.
Yeah, I know. U.S. title, I had Mustafa Ali.
I have it on Kevin Owens, which he's kind of above the U.S. title right now.
Tag team champions, I had on Raw, Undisputed Era. On SmackDown, I had the Usos. Double whiff.
On the Raw, yeah, I just flipped them. I have the Usos in the Undisputed Era. Whiff.
Wow.
Whiff,
Women's
whiff.
champion for Raw, I had Becky.
Me too.
SmackDown, Ronda Rousey.
Me too.
Cruiserweight champion, I had Drew Gulak.
Yeah, me too.
He did win the belt during the year, though.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
NXT UK champion, I did have Walter.
Oh wow!
You had
Good job.
Eddie Dennis.
I have Eddie Dennis.
Wow.
That's so bad.
Wow.
I didn't think Walter was going to be around that quick.
The tag champs, I had Mustache Mountain.
I
You
have
had grizzled,
Gibson and
you had
Drake.
grizzled young veterans.
Who is
yeah.
it? Is it Gallus now?
Yes, Gallus.
It's Gallus. Okay.
And then the women's champion, I had Toni Storm.
Oh, I've got Rhea Ripley. Holy
that's
crap!
That's the women's champion, man.
Huh?
That's
NXT Women's Champion.
No, but it's in the. Look down here.
What did I do wrong?
That's NXT UK Women's Champion. Rhea Ripley.
Oh. Well, it just says NXT Women, so.
But it's
I'm
in the
gonna go
UK,
with
and
that.
you actually
This
have
just
another
says
women
women.
champion
Io
down
Shirai.
in the NXT category.
This is
down
correct, though. Io Shirai is a woman. That's what it just says. Women. Io Shirai. All right. NXT's champion. I have Ricochet.
Oh, hold on. Who'd you have on the cover for 2K20? Did you have Becky Lynch?
Where's that?
Oh, you didn't have that. I did.
Oh, Becky and Ronda.
Oh,
We got
okay.
Becky and Ronda. You just had Becky.
Yeah.
So we were both
Kind of
both
right.
half right.
NXT, their top champ, I had Matt Riddle.
Hey, I had it that there were going to be two people on it though.
All right, fine. Matt Riddle.
Ricochet, who is not even on the same on the brand anymore.
North American champ, I had Keith Lee.
Oh, he's close. I got Matt Riddle.
Women's champion, I had Bianca Belair.
I have Rhea Ripley.
No, you have Io Shirai. I'm trying to cheat.
Fine, Io Shirai.
And then tag champions, I had Street Profits.
I have DIY.
Wow, you were way off
Yeah,
there.
that was pretty far off.
For New Japan, heavyweight champion, Okada.
Yeah, okay. I've got Naito.
Intercontinental champion, Jay White.
Is he Intercontinental
Yeah.
champion? Oh, wow. Good job. Look at that. I have Ospreay.
Junior heavyweight
Ooh,
champion.
wow.
I had Shingo Takagi.
I've got Gorillas of Destiny. Are they the champs?
Yeah,
now?
they're
nice.
they're the tag champs. You had Pac as
Nice. I have Pac as a junior.
never open weight champ. I had Hiroki Goto.
Who's the junior? Oh, it's Ospreay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Goto is my never open weight champ.
Yeah, of course.
but he's not champ. It's Kenta.
I know, but isn't he fighting Goto again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tag champs, Gorillas of Destiny. Junior tag champions, Roppongi 3K.
Me too. Who are the?
It's LP and
Oh,
Ishimori.
Bullet Club. Okay.
And then the never 6-man tags, I had Bullet Club.
Me too.
It's Makabe, Yano, and Hanma.
What?
They also won them like February or March.
Who do you have for Ring of Honor champion?
Oh, I had Jeff Cobb.
I've got Brody King.
And who'd you have for your first?
AEW champion.
Oh,
Cody?
you said Aldis and Cody?
Aldis dash Cody?
Aldis versus
Maybe I
Cody,
thought that was going to be the thing.
the first match.
Who did you have for your first AEW?
Hangman Adam Page.
Oh, yeah.
At least he fought for it.
Yeah,
in
he
the first
did.
match.
That's true.
All right, let's get into 2020 now.
All right.
Would you like to go first?
Would you like to look at the television, Mr. Lee? Yeah, sure. I'll go first. Predictions 2020. Here we go. Number one, Ring of Honor is going to be sold to WWE, baby. They are. So, like I had heard, or we had heard, that Impact in their buying spree was also looking to try to buy Ring of Honor. I'm not sure how much veracity there was, how true that could be.
Yeah.
But I get the feeling that with all the I get that the big picture that Greg dude's talking about is dumping salary to sell the company, and I think that they're going to make some money off their tape library.
That's what will make the money, yeah.
Yeah, WWE's going to snap up Ring of Honor and probably, I don't know. And if the contracts come with it, they'll probably just keep they have people there that WWE would probably want. They'd probably keep, obviously, if Marty signs a 5-year deal, which I find it difficult to believe, he'd probably sign a couple-year deal if he does.
If he's smart, he'll sign a year deal.
Yeah, I know.
With Ring of Honor.
Maybe that's how they're going to get Marty Scurll. if he re-signs Ring of Honor, they come in and buy Ring of Honor.
Maybe.
Well, we got you now, Marty. That's my first one.
All
Ring
right.
of Honor sold WWE.
My first prediction, Baron Corbin will be a world champion in 2020. I might be making this a year too early like I did with NXT 2 Hours, but the trajectory of him is that he's going to be a transitional heel champion at some point, I think within 2020, at least by the end of 2021. And my feeling is if he is, perhaps he wins Money in the Bank again. Perhaps Roman Reigns defeats The Fiend at WrestleMania for the Universal title. Baron wins Money in the Bank again. He cashes in on Roman, only to come back around. Roman beats Baron before the end of 2020. So Roman, spoiler alert, is carrying the WWE title going to 2021.
I can definitely see that happening. And here's the thing. I don't think he's going to be a heel transitional champion. I think he's going to have like a Seth-like run where it's like this dude. So, well, with Seth, it was never. We were always really into Seth's title run.
Yeah.
But for us, it's going to be like, why is this guy still the champion?
Yeah.
Like it's been way too long. I don't think it's going to be transitional. I think it's going to be just achingly long. I think that's a good prediction. My next one, not one former WWE champion will leave WWE for AEW in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's going to be a lot of people re-signing with WWE because AEW, for as excited as a lot of people are, there are still some kinks that need to be worked out. And I think a lot of wrestlers are going to be taking a wait-and-see approach. They're going to have a big decision on their hands. Do I re-up for 5 whole years with WWE, or do I take a risk with AEW, knowing that if they stumble their way down to under 500,000 viewers per week, somehow, some way, they might not be on TV a year from now.
Yeah.
I know that one of my predictions. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think that a lot of those wrestlers are going to go with stability. So I think that we might see some people out of their contracts go to AEW. Not one former WWE champion, vis-a-vis no needle movers from WWE are going to go.
We'll see.
That includes the Revival.
I was going to say the Revival remains to be seen. Next, I have here AEW will finally figure out the Elite needs to win some titles. Mm-hmm. That needs to happen sooner rather than later. Mm-hmm. Really, by the time Revolution comes around, at least the Young Bucks or Kenny Omega needs to win a title. Cody's obviously...
Revolution, that's in February.
Yes.
Oh, ooh, man. The Young Bucks just had their opportunity.
I know.
How would that look if they...
And you saw how that went over. I believe JR just called that segment the drizzling shits.
Do you think that they would...
Well, that's more the Dark Order.
That was the Dark Order.
That was Dark Order. But nonetheless, you have an opportunity on your huge pre-Christmas episode. You're going head-to-head against NXT that's got 2 title matches going on. You know one of them is going to... You feel pretty darn good that one of them is going to change hands to close their show. And not only do you not give the people the catharsis of seeing the Young Bucks finally capture those AEW tag titles, you get the Dark Order out there in a segment that happened maybe 2 or 3 months too soon. And it was a huge letdown.
Yeah.
Now, if the Young Bucks had just won those titles, people would have went home happy.
Yeah.
And I think at this point, they're 3 months-ish into their TV tenure. And it's like the first time anyone really of the elites sniffed the title. People aren't going to complain about it, at least not in large numbers.
Yeah.
And if it makes sense story-wise, people aren't going to complain about it. It's not like they started the whole show off with all of them holding titles.
Right.
You know? You got to realize that people, primarily at this point, it's smart to build new stars. It's smart to invest in your future. But it's better to invest in your future while taking your most marketable stars now and promoting them and as such, promoting the company.
I get the feeling it'll probably happen at Double or Nothing. I think it's going to be too... Because if you think about it, like, who from the Elite? You've got the Young Bucks that... I mean, are they going to come back around and challenge SCU again for the tag championships by Revolution? Are they going to bypass Mox's championship reign for Kenny by the time February comes around? I'm not sure that's going to happen, but Double or Nothing by May, you got to see that. So we'll dovetail into my next prediction. This is an optimistic one about AEW. Maybe it's just because I want it to happen. It's this. AEW will sort out their issues sooner than later. By All In 3 or All Out 2, whatever you want to call it, they'll be averaging close to 1 million each week on TV. Right now, it's if you fill it out, it's closer to 800,000.
Yeah.
So I do think that a lot of their issues are totally fixable, and I think that at this point, much like what you're saying, they should be getting more of a firm sense of, okay, this is what people want. They want to see the Elite succeed. They want to see us with titles. One of the major things is we want to see Kenny Omega be treated like the star he is. You have him, use him. If he doesn't want to, talk to somebody who can reach out to him and convince him that, dude, I'm actually kind of shocked that with all the backstage stuff we've heard about Jericho trying to keep people in line and, hey, tags matter. Rules matter.
Yeah.
This stuff matters.
Get
Your
better
gear
gear.
looks
Yeah.
indie.
Yeah.
It needs to look big time. Why aren't they having Chris Jericho, the one man who has the most in-ring experience there with Kenny Omega on a big level, who has the biggest voice, say, Kenny, you need to be an A guy.
Yeah.
And we need to see that every single week. We need to see you kicking ass. You should not be on Dark.
No.
Kenny Omega should not be on Dark.
No.
And so yeah, but I do think that these are all issues that they are probably looking at now that they have some hindsight, they have some clarity. You've got a little bit of a breathing, you got some breathing room, you got some fun stuff coming up, Bash of the Beach, you got
Revolution, and then you go into the summer where you have 2 more
you got the
pay-per-views.
Jericho Cruise, all that stuff.
And in a way, they're still kind of playing with house money because if TV Insiders be believed, or if Meltzer be about to be believed with his conversation with TV Insiders, the expectation was like 500,000 to 600,000. They're still above that by a healthy margin.
If the executives are really happy with 800, then they probably feel some good breathing room. They just need to take this time and sort it out. It's so silly. Like there's such nitpicking like going on online that I notice on Twitter. Like people picking on like their social media snafus here and there. And it's all stuff that I could honestly and this is like our job to pay attention to this stuff. Like it's stuff that I don't even care about. It's like, somebody misspells the word here, somebody to like one of their social media guys. And apparently they have one social media guy. They probably should hire.
They should have staff.
At least like 3 people,
Yeah.
you would think.
Yeah.
But I think they're being very responsible, or they're trying to be very responsible with their budget. So I kind of get it. But the bottom line is not everything can be a guerrilla activity.
Yeah.
Not everything can be, hey, just throw that guy a phone real quick, because then you're reaching into Impact territory where you're filming your live shows on a 5.
Where you're streaming on Twitch. Next, I have kind of counter yours. NXT will regularly cross 1 million viewers per week.
Oh, wow.
I think they have the momentum right now.
They do have a lot of momentum.
Coming out of Survivor Series, coming in through the holidays. I mean, just the way AEW scheduled, they didn't want to have to work on Christmas Day or pre-shoot an episode, so they took the day off. NXT got 831,000 viewers for a Christmas episode on Christmas Day. That's actually pretty darn impressive.
It's pretty good, yeah.
It's pretty good. So right now, they have the momentum, and if they could find something else I'll get to later on, ways to hype up the NXT brand further, it's well within reach for them to start kind of flirting with 1 million on a regular basis. And I think if they keep on putting forth really good shows, building up around the stars that are there, 1 million a week seems within reach at this point. And who would have thought that, a month and a half ago?
Yeah. That's a good one. And I do think, again, NXT, I think that along with AEW, I think they're really getting into a great groove. And Triple H is really playing with the resources that he has.
Yep.
He has like the world available to him.
Pretty much.
And he is making the best use of all that stuff. It's really fun to watch. So I hope both promotions really up their game in 2020.
Yes.
Number 4 for me, CM Punk will wrestle in 2020 for WWE. I think it's going to happen. I just said it. They've got all the resources at their disposal. SmackDown, granted, I know it's holiday stuff. 1.8 million this past week, or last week rather.
Raw.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Raw was
1.8.
1.8.
Yeah.
And SmackDown, I think, was pretty bad too. Raw was 1.83, I think. They need to do something. And given that this is more likely to happen than my next prediction, which is a general overhaul of creative, CM Punk is a Band-Aid. I think he's a very strong Band-Aid.
And a very expensive one.
And a very expensive one. But they have the money. They have what he wants, which is don't wrestle a lot. Give me a lot of money. Don't send me to Saudi Arabia. I think he's going to do it. He seems like he has a good time on backstage.
Yeah.
And that's a world of difference from having to deal with Vince McMahon.
Oh, yes.
However, if Triple H has grown at all, and I believe he has, I believe that he's changed. If they make Triple H his point man, the way Vince McMahon let Triple H be Ronda Rousey's point man, and go to Punk and say, hey, listen, if you don't like your creative in 6 months, you can leave. Map your own, chart your own course. What do you want? We'll give it to you. And you'll see those ratings spike, even if it's in the short term.
Yeah, it will be
but
for the short
Vince
term.
McMahon lives short term to short
moment
term.
to moment.
He does.
He does.
It's like, oh man, ratings are down. Throw Punk in there. Give him everything you want. Throw Punk out there. We'll get 4 million views, and then it'll slowly go back down.
Whittle
over
back
the
down.
year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next, for me, New Japan will face one major defection.
Oh, I was gonna say that. I was thinking about that in the car. Yeah.
When I was going through who's going to be champ for them at the end of next year, their upper card is packed.
It is.
With a lot of really good talent. And Tanahashi just re-signed. He's not going anywhere. Okada's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Naito, especially wins both those belts at the end of Night 2 Wrestle Kingdom. He's not going anywhere. Kota Ibushi says he wants to retire as a member of the New Japan roster. Jay White, he's not going anywhere anytime soon. So that's 5 guys as the top of the card.
Do we know the status of Jay White's contract?
I don't know.
Okay.
So you go to wrestlers who are just kind of below the main event scene. So you got guys like Sonata, Evil.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm drawing a blank a bit on other names, but those Kenta, yeah. And we just like when Kushida, he did everything he could. He thought he was going to do in New Japan. They wouldn't let him move up to the heavyweights, I believe. And so he's like, all right, I've done everything I've done here. Sort of like with Nakamura. He did everything he could in New Japan. So he went to WWE to surf, wrestle a less physical style, and challenge himself with going to a new place. And I would not be surprised to see at least one person from New Japan, Sonata, maybe do that. Especially if he looks at the landscape and sees, there's 5 guys probably ahead of me before I start sniffing world title opportunities.
Here's the thing about Sonata,
serious
though.
world title. I know he's had plenty of title matches, but really getting his hands on that belt.
Here's the thing about Sonata, though. Over the past couple of years, and granted, one of my failures of 2019 was not keeping up with New Japan as much as I had wanted to. I'm going to try to do that a lot more in 2020. I think I said that at the end of last year, too. One thing about Sonata, though, is that over the past year, they have really transformed him and have taken big steps in
totally.
getting him to that.
Totally.
So my thing is, who in New Japan has done it all already? There's one name that I can think of, and I'm not sure if he'd be a great fit for WWE, but I could see it as a possibility, and that person's Ishii. He hasn't won the world title, but it's not like he's gonna.
Yeah.
And he has, otherwise, he's done pretty much everything there. I could see maybe Ishii or somebody like him going to WWE.
Yeah, who knows?
Because I don't see Zack Sabre Jr. leaving.
No, I don't see him. Like, I don't see, like, Fale. He's not going anywhere. I'd be really surprised.
See, I wouldn't. My thing about Fale is that I don't see a reason why he wouldn't.
Like, maybe Suzuki might leave. I heard he's a freelancer anyway, so he can leave.
Suzuki, yeah, maybe.
I
mean, look.
Like, really, Taichi should be the champion wherever he is, and he's not getting those opportunities.
What about this? What else? And I know that that one of them was already in WWE with a really disastrous results. But I mean, come on. Luke Gallows was Festus, and he went back to WWE.
Mm-hmm.
The Guerrillas of Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing they haven't done. And what else really can they do? It's not like Tama Tonga is going to go single. They sort of have flirted with that before, but, I mean, not really.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's an act that I could see potentially going to WWE.
Entirely possible.
Yeah.
Entirely possible. What's your last one?
My last one is probably a crock of crap, but with the XFL on the horizon, I could see potentially maybe Triple H, especially if they start reaching those heights that you're talking about, maybe delegating some of the authority of running NXT to maybe a guy like Shawn Michaels, given that they're in lockstep together, evidently at all those takeovers and TV tapings. Tapings now, not tapings anymore, are they? Triple H is going to oversee Raw and SmackDown. I think it's going to be, again, I think ratings are going to continue to see a downward trend, and Vince is going to have to deal with the XFL. I'm not really, I'm not placed. This would be my lowest confidence points on this particular prediction. But, I mean, we saw them flirt with the idea in 2019 of these executive director positions.
Yeah.
And we saw what happened with that. Real change needs to take place. And I think it's going to be Triple H. I think he is.
Well, and also when he was asked about that, and granted, I know the executive director positions were for a brand, not to oversee everything. But his comments were essentially like, why would I limit myself to just working on one show when I have my hand in so many other different things?
Which is true. He has that. But I wonder if it's going to be like maybe a little bit of Vince stepping away and giving a little bit more authority to Triple H.
Whoa.
I mean, the XFL is going to take up a chunk of time for the 2 months it's going to be in existence.
Yeah, no, he just won't sleep for those 2 months. My last prediction, again, involves New Japan Pro Wrestling. They're going to get themselves a new U.S. TV deal somehow.
That's going to, yeah.
So apparently they want nothing to do with Impact whatsoever because they said, we're not on Access anymore.
And Access confirmed it to Fightful.
Yeah.
They're not going to be on our channel anymore.
So if New Japan, they're launching a new U.S.
Guess what? Nobody has Access anyways.
Yeah, no, U.S.-based subsidiary. They need TV to promote that. I know they can try to do it through other means, other media. When it gets down to it, people want to see that the wrestlers wrestling for this subsidiary on their television. Mm-hmm. And better yet, see all of New Japan's pro wrestling wrestlers on their television. To do that, they need a TV deal here in the States. New Japan World's great. I love it. It's a great value. It's $10 a month. Basically everything New Japan's ever done.
It's like the worst interface, though.
The interface isn't great, but also that's you're paywalling pretty much everything you do here in the States. People want a way just to watch stuff.
Yeah.
Quickly, easily, cheaply,
Correct.
freely.
Yeah.
And so it would behoove them to get on that if they can, if it's in their vision for where they want to take their company, get a more consistent U.S. deal here, and find a way to not only broadcast what they're doing here with their subsidiary, broadcast all their stuff. Maybe it's another Access type deal where it's on a bit of a delay, where we're not going to get Wrestle Kingdom Live free gratis here in the States.
Yeah.
But
that's going to be the
they
one.
need to do something.
That's going to be the one barrier to them getting a substantial TV deal, is the fact that they don't have a live weekly show or even like a weekly show that they can put together.
Well, that's why. I mean, that's one thing Access did is they would just kind of do, like Wrestle Kingdom. They wouldn't show the whole show.
Well, I wonder if
they show a couple matches over the course of a month or something.
I wonder if, and I don't know. I mean, if there would be any. So I'm thinking of, like ESPN. They would run AWA on like ESPN Classic or something.
Oh, they used to have AWA back in the 80s.
They also had Jerry Jarrett's promotion, USWA.
Yeah.
They had that for a while.
Yeah.
I wonder if there is a sports channel, and I mean, I'm assuming it wouldn't be Fox.
Yeah, I don't
they
think it
probably
could be
have.
Fox.
They probably have some sort of exclusivity.
One would think yes.
But something like a lower level ESPN or an ESPN sub channel or a Fox Sports channel, if contractually it's possible, that could run that program, because I think that it would, it's not going to do
NBC
massive
Sports too, and
numbers.
NBC Comcast. They have their own sports network. At least here they do in Northern California.
Yeah. So I wonder if something like that
I think CBS Sports has their own.
could happen. But there's also the
network,
matter
too.
of, don't they have like a contract with Access through the year or something like that?
I don't know. I mean, they seemingly have no intention of actually fulfilling their obligations with that
Does
contract.
that mean the contract's just done? I mean,
Maybe.
because I don't know. I wonder who initiated that first. Was Access like, hey, we have Impact now, or Anthem owning Access?
So Impact.
Did they say, hey,
New Japan, do you want? We like to keep this going. No.
I mean, if wasn't it with the it was NWA that said we're not going to work with that Impact ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there are those in Impact who still had problems. I'm sorry, those within New Japan who still had issues with Impact because
Obviously,
of how
yes.
they treated Okada.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming those are just exacerbated now because they bought the station. I don't know. It would be very interesting to find out what the deal was.
The politics and dynamics of all that are.
Like, did Anthem buy Access, put Impact on there, and then say, "Hey, New Japan, you're gone," or did they come in, put Impact on there, and New Japan said, "We don't want to be near them. We're out."
I would expect that Impact probably wants a relationship with New Japan, so I wouldn't think that they would buy Access and say, "All right, later, New Japan." They would, I would think, buy Access and go, "Hey, New Japan, we're home here with you as well. Let's do stuff together."
Yeah, didn't Ed Nordholm say something like that?
Yeah. And New Japan's like, no.
Yeah, but if they have, I mean, look, obviously, this isn't the case, but you would have thought that a TV contract would have meant, hey, we're obligated to provide you guys with X number of programs a year.
No plans.
I mean,
No plans to show
Access might be so small that everything's run on handshake deals and nods.
That could be. Yes. Spitting in their hands and shake on it, huh?
Just an email. Hey, you guys want to throw us some tapes?
No, it's all text messaging.
Sure. Yeah, right. Oh, man.
All right, let's predict who's going to be the champion at the end of 2020.
All right.
So let's start with WWE. First up, I got Roman Reigns as your Universal Champion.
Yeah,
over on
me too.
SmackDown Live.
I have that too. He's going to pull that off the Fiend, man.
Yeah.
He's going to keep it forever.
On Raw, I got Kevin Owens as a WWE Champion. I almost went with your answer.
It's one of them. It's one
or the other.
It's one of them. Oh, wait. No, what am I doing? No. I thought about this in the car. No, it's Brock. It's still going to be Brock.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's still going to be Brock. Sorry.
You.
Hate to break it, everybody. That's like the safest bet possible.
No, Roman. I think Roman's the safest bet. Safer bet.
Well, for Universal versus...
Yeah, I think so. As far as, I don't know. I'll say Kevin Owens.
Maybe they've kept Roman away from the title scene this long. I mean, they might continue to do that.
Could be.
Mania, we'll find out a lot more, because if he has like a special attraction match against like The Rock or something like that, then they might keep him away from the title scene for a while.
Could be.
Who's the Intercontinental Champion right now is Shinsuke Nakamura.
Belts on
Braun.
SmackDown. I'm going to say The Miz.
Oh, okay.
Time to get him back in the IC title picture to get him that record-tying reign.
Oh, is that that's his thing, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think either he's one behind or he is tied currently with Chris Jericho for most Intercontinental title reigns.
Oh, they want to do away with that.
Yep.
I have Braun Strowman.
All right.
Because I think if Miz gets that, it's going to be just to correct the books, and that'll be a quick one. So I'm going to say it's going to be Braun Strowman.
This is just by the end of the year, so it can happen at a Survivor Series. For the U.S. title, who do you got?
Nobody.
I got Samoa Joe.
I haven't done any of these.
He seems to be in the midst of a push right now. Maybe he came out of the house show to save Kevin Owens from a beatdown from a house show, the MSG house show, to stave off Seth and AOP, help out Kevin Owens. He's done great work in commentary. Hopefully this is the start of something huge for Samoa Joe because he's great.
All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to say Drew McIntyre. Probably a terrible choice, but I'm going to say Drew McIntyre. No, you know what? I'm going to do this. AJ Styles.
Safe. Oh,
That's
I get
all
some safe picks in later. Don't you worry.
All right, so the NXT next. I have the Cruiserweight Championship now. Are we going to just stick that with NXT?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the tag champions, I have Viking Raiders and the New Day. They might very well lose them. I think they're going to get them all back by the end of the year.
Where's the Revival? SmackDown?
AEW. By the end of 2020. All Elite Wrestling.
They are going to be the SmackDown Tag Champions, and the Raw Tag Champions are going to be, I'll say the Street Profits. Why not? At some point, you'd think they actually have to fight them. They have to have a match.
They actually have to wrestle, I know. Mm-hmm. Women's champions. I have Shayna Baszler on Raw, and then Sasha Banks on SmackDown Live.
You have Shayna Baszler as the Raw Women's Champion?
Correct.
I'm going to go with Becky Lynch because she worked for me last time, and on SmackDown, Sasha Banks. Who you have Sasha also
for SmackDown.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
Women's tag champs. Asuka and Kairi.
Women's tag champs.
Who's going to take those belts off them?
That's a good point. Let's see here. Women's tag champs. Oh, I'll give it to Sonya Deville and
Mandy Rose.
Yeah. There we go.
All right, you want to talk NXT UK?
NXT UK. It's still going to be
It's Walter.
It's going to be Walter.
It's Walter.
Yeah.
Tag champions. Who do you got?
Tag.
I got Imperium. They're going to have all the belts.
Oh, they're going to be like the Undisputed Era?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fighting.
At Worlds Collide,
Worlds
I know.
Collide. That's a
Eight-man
big,
tag
big
match.
deal. Yeah, that's a good one, actually. No, you know what, man? I'm going to do this. I'm going to say sometime this year. No, I'm not going to do that. In 2021, it's going to be Jordan Devlin.
Oh, that'd be great. Oh, I would love that.
NXT UK Women's Champ. Oh, it's going to be Piper Niven. Wait, is she cleared? Can she wrestle?
I don't know.
She has Bell's palsy.
Yeah.
That's a bad pick. Oh. It's what's her face? Nuclear Man. Jazzy Gobbert.
Oh, okay.
Jazzy Gobbert.
I have Zaya Brookside.
Oh, that's a good one. Although I kind of feel like she's the Ligero / Joe Connor
I know.
/ Travis.
But she's
Banks.
already in a thing with Kaylee Ray. I mean, she had a story with Kaylee Ray. Maybe they'll come back around to it.
That could be.
That's a left field pick. That's probably not going to come to fruition. NXT Prime. I got Keith Lee holding that top belt.
At the end of the year, boy, they're really like dancing around Matt Riddle, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
I'll go with. Like, did he just jump past the title scene, but he always loses? Is that his deal now? I'm gonna say Matt Riddle. And then my North American title will be Keith Lee.
Oh, see, I have Dominic Dijakovic as my North American champion.
Wait, you know what? Screw all this.
Adam Cole, Roderick Strong. You're gonna keep him.
No, I'll do this. Adam Cole's going to be NXT champion. I will say Keith Lee will be North American champion. NXT Women's champ. Oh, I'm going to Io Shirai. I'm gonna
Really?
Keep on, well, nah, it's going to be Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley's going to have that belt for a while.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Tag champs. I got the Forgotten Sons.
That's not a bad pick.
They've actually been improving.
That's not a bad
If
pick.
they can just find some decent character angle for them. In ring, they've been improving. The tag division right now isn't that deep. At a certain point, Undisputed Era is going to have to be in a major feud, and Forgotten Sons can out-heal them in theory.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'll do this, actually. North American champion.
Oh, you're going to have Keith Lee and Dijakovic as tag champs?
Yeah. Lee and Dijak. There we go.
So you have Matt Riddle as your North American champion.
Yeah, Matt Riddle, yeah.
Cruiserweight.
Cruiserweight champion. Oh, it's still going to be Angel Garza.
I got Kushida.
Oh, that's a good one, but he's not. They haven't really put him in the Cruiserweight division.
Not yet, but they got a whole nother year to do that.
You know what I'm going to do? Matt Riddle's still going to be dancing around. Kushida's going to be my North American champion.
All right, before we get to New Japan, Ring of Honor, or All Elite, tell me, who's your pick for the cover stars of WWE 2K21?
Okay, is there going to be a 2K21
Assuming there
this
is.
year?
Think about it. I'll explain why I've picked these individuals. So, game this year was rightly dumped on. It's a piece of crap. It's terrible.
horrible.
It's horrible. It's basically it's nigh unplayable. They needed to focus on doing one thing right with that game instead of trying to do too many things with it. Right. Just get it so one thing works. Anyways, they could try to market this as fresh start, new direction,
Back to basics,
yet new direction, and then put the hottest young commodity that WWE has on the cover. Undisputed Era. They will be your cover stars of 2K21.
All right. That's a bold prediction.
It is.
I'm going to go with a really boring one. I'm going to say it's going to be... let's see here. Hold on. Let me think about this. I know who's going to be cover of 2K. I'm going to say they're going to go with two people again.
All right.
And this time it's going to be Rey Mysterio and Charlotte Flair.
Well, then do Andrade.
Oh, I know. Yeah, the cover of 2K is them having sex.
How about Andrade win that U.S. title?
Oh, my goodness
That's
gracious.
amazing.
Oh, wait a second. Why did I not Andrade winning anything here? Hold on a second. I'm going to go back to my predictions here. Let's see here. Universal, WWE, Intercontinental. What is he? He's U.S. champion right now?
Yeah.
I'm going to say he changes brands and becomes the IC
title. IC champion. All right, let's go to All Elite Wrestling. For their champion heading to 2020, I got Kenny Omega.
I got Mox.
He's got to win that belt this year.
What did he say? He said he knows what he's doing all the way until what, February?
That's Jericho.
Jericho said that?
Yeah. So I imagine Mox is probably taking that belt off Jericho in February, and then they'll come back around to Kenny and Mox later this year.
Probably at All Out.
Maybe, yeah.
Happening. I'm going to go with Mox, though. They move so slow.
Tag champs, Young Bucks.
It's going to be the Young Bucks. It has to be the Young Bucks.
And then the women's champ, I got Awesome Kong.
I think she's sort of like a big featured attraction, so I'm going to go with the women's champ. Let's see. It's not going to be Statlander yet. Screw it. I'm just going to say Britt Baker. Why not?
New Japan Pro Wrestling, ending 2020 with Jay White as the champion. He's going to walk into Wrestle Kingdom with the IWGP title.
You think so?
Sure.
All right.
I wrote him down.
I'm going to go with Okada.
Safe bet.
At heavy.
Intercontinental, what do you got?
Intercontinental, I'll go with Ospreay.
That's good. I almost went with Ospreay, but instead I went with Kenta.
Oh, that's a good one. But he's gonna be my never guy still.
Oh, a year on. How would you pick a never champ and not go with Hiroki Goto? That's what you do.
I think
my pick for never
his time
openweight.
has passed. His time has to be passed.
Man. Perennial contender for never openweight title.
Who you got for the heavyweight tag champions?
Guerrillas of Destiny, of course.
Guerrillas of Destiny.
Junior heavyweight champion.
Takahashi.
Same.
Yeah.
Junior tag champions.
Roppongi 3K.
Yeah, same. Never openweight tag titles.
The never six man.
I'll go with Ospreay, Robbie Eagles, and does someone else have like a bird name in New Japan?
Yeah. Oh man. Who's gonna be there? I don't know. It's Bullet Club. I'm gonna say Bullet Club again.
All right, that's a safe pick.
Yeah.
That's a safe pick.
Yeah.
All right, Ring of Honor. If they're still around by the 2020, who's gonna be their champion?
Oh, Marty.
Yeah.
Marty Scurll.
Because if Marty's not there, there's it's a long shot. They're still going to be around.
Yeah, Marty's going to be like a dual Ring of Honor / North American NXT champion. He's going to be defending the Ring of Honor championship. It's going to create a new division, the Honor division.
The Honor division.
Yeah. Yep. Because WWE's totally buying them. Oh man. Yep, those are good predictions.
Fun stuff.
Okay, so let's do predictions for Going in Raw. Last year, you boldly proclaimed that we were going to finally hit 200,000.
Oh, I was way off on that, huh?
I will say this. I will say you made that prediction early but accurately, I say that we hit two. I think that we're on a pretty good roll with the channel lately. I think we've maybe figured a couple things out.
Yeah.
I think that 10 for the Win has been I would call a success so far.
Yeah.
It's been very interesting. Like I was like, man, I wonder if any of these are going to do better than like 7,000, because you never know. Like whenever we go outside our wheelhouse, and 10 for the Win is kind of outside our current wheelhouse.
Yeah.
But it seemed to be something that I was like, I think people might be into it if we sort of play by the YouTube rules.
Mm-hmm.
And people have been into it, and we've learned some new things.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that by the end of the year, we're going to be sitting at 226,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're going to blast past it.
Wow. All right, then my goal will be 225 subscribers by the end of next year.
Okay, all right, fair enough. But I don't know. I think my main goal for the channel, and I think like we've gotten away from it a little bit, but I think we're starting to sort of figure it out. I do want to be the one-stop shop for where people can go for their pro wrestling info. And I think that as long as we sort of focus on the way that people want that, but not get away from, our podcast core programming thing, I think that we can do that. So I think that I just want to keep on being the spot for pro wrestling.
All right.
That's what I want to be. You got anything to add to that?
No.
All right, fair enough.
225 or GTFO.
All right. So 225 or we quit? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amount of water. All right. Anyways, thanks everybody. Appreciate it. This new year, let's make it a good one. Too good,
Sure.
me brother. All right. We'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.